Well, welcome. This is Friday, May the 23rd, 2025, and this is the Friday edition of Coffee with Wes. And I'm glad that you're tuned in today. And my name is Wes. This is the coffee. You know the routine. And here we are, Friday. We made it to Friday. Well, let me know, are you starting your Memorial Day weekend early? You already gone? You already got plans, taking the day off today, whatever it is. Hey, listen, let's remember this as we go through the weekend and as we celebrate Memorial Day on Monday, that Memorial Day originally was called Decoration Day, and it was a day that was set aside to honor the deceased men and women who served their country in military service. And so this practice was formalized by General Order number 11 on May the 5th, 1868. And it was issued by the Grand Army of the Republic Commander-in-Chief, a man by the name of John A. Logan. Now, I don't know where you're watching this from, but here in Southern Illinois, John A. Logan's a big deal. In fact, the community college, it's about, 2 miles from my house, is named John A. Logan College. So anyway, he has been credited, at least in this part of the country, with the origination of Memorial Day. And I'm sure there are other accounts as well. I think one up in Detroit or somewhere. So I know there are several others, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay, let's conclude our study for this week as well as our focus on Elisha. So we're going to finish up with Elisha today and finish up with our study. And next week we begin a brand new focus. We'll be in Genesis 6, and we'll be looking at Noah and the things that he went through being obedient to the Lord. Okay, today's big idea, God's power. And I think this is a great discussion here. God's power brings peace and not revenge. So a little background here before I read our scripture for today. So here's where we are. The whole Syrian army has been captured single-handedly by Elisha. He prays for them to be blinded, and they're kind of blinded, and they follow him, and he marches them right to the capital city of Israel, Samaria, and he presents them to the king. And so you can probably guess what's going to happen next to these enemy soldiers, right? I mean, here they are. They are prisoners of war, and it's back in a brutal day. So you know what the king's going to do. But you would be wrong if that's what you thought. Let's pick up 2 Kings chapter 6, verses 21 through 23. So when the king of Israel saw them, these are the prisoners of war, the Syrian soldiers, he said to Elisha, "Should I kill them? Should I kill them, my father?" And Elisha replied, listen to this, "Don't kill them. Do you kill those you have captured with your sword or your bow? Set food and water in front of them so that they can eat and drink and go to their master." Wow. So he prepared a big feast for them, and when they had eaten and drunk, he sent them away, and they went to their master. The Aramean, the Syrian raiders, did not come into Israel's land again. So, instead of killing the captured soldiers, Elisha shows mercy by feeding them and sending them home. And so the result of that was, well, the enemy stopped attacking Israel. And you see that God's power here is shown not through destruction, but through peace. Now we're going to make an application here, but I want to make a side application as well, if I may. And that is, this is very illustrative of God's dealings with you and me through Jesus Christ. I mean, we are the enemy. We are the prisoners of war. We are the guilty ones. And we deserve to be killed and we deserve death. And yet God shows us mercy through Jesus. So, I mean, that's a great... So think about that today. But here's the other application. Sometimes God's greatest power is not in defeating our enemies, but his greatest power is in transforming the situation. Mercy, showing mercy is not weakness. In fact, it's a divine strategy. When we surrender our desire for retaliation, man, that's hard sometimes, right? But when we surrender our desire for retaliation and we instead trust in God's justice, that God will take care of it, well, then peace can prevail. We can let it go and we can let God take care of it. God's strength is shown in his ability to restore, not just overpower. I mean, that's strength, to be able to restore someone rather than overpowering them and killing them dead. All right, here's the thought for today. Take this with you on this Friday, on this Memorial Day weekend, as we go. True power is not crushing enemies, but in creating peace through the strength of mercy. That's a good thought. True power, not always in crushing our enemies, but in creating peace through the strength of mercy. Man, let's show mercy today, okay? And let's show mercy this weekend. Folks, have a great weekend. Have a great Memorial Day. Remember the reason why we celebrate Memorial Day, and honor those who have, and remember them who have given their life in service to our nation so that we might be free and be able to worship as we like and to enjoy a day like today. Bye for now.